All right, guys. So I am I'm going to show you how to do the 2.3b practice assignment. So you should have gotten a handout from your teacher that looks like this, right? What we're going to do here, it says go to random.org/dice and choose to roll 2 dice. So I went ahead and I typed that into my browser, which you can see here, random.org/dice, right? You're going to choose to roll 2 dice. Okay. Now, what you're going to do, and the instructions on the paper say this: roll your dice, write down the ordered pairs that correspond to the rolled dice, and then calculate the slope of the line between these ordered pairs. And then you can use whatever slope method you prefer, right? So first off, let's roll the dice. So I've got 2 dice. It automatically comes up with 2 dice when you type in the web address. So I'm just going to click roll dice. And there we go. I rolled 2 dice. So my 2 dice are 5 and 1. Now when I look on the handout, it says when dice number 1 is a 5, which is what I rolled, the ordered pair is 3, -3. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put, it'd help if I chose a color first. I'm going to zoom in so we can see that a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and put 3, -3 there. Now the second dice was a 1. So my second ordered pair is going to be, according to my handout, -2, -2. And now from here, let me go ahead and minimize this. From here, what I'm going to do is I will use the slope formula. So I will do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'm going to do, let me zoom in so we can see that a little bit better. -2 minus a -3 over, because that was y2 minus y1, and then over x2 minus x1, which is -2 minus 3. All right, remember, subtracting a negative is really the same thing as adding a positive, so I'm going to change both of those to plus signs. And now it's -2 plus 3. Well, -2 plus 3 is 1. And then I do my denominator. -2 minus 3 is -5. Okay, when I write out my slope here, I'm going to make sure that I label it change in y over change in x. And remember, we always want that negative sign to go with the top number. So I'm going to just bump that negative sign up to the 1. So it's a -1/5 for my slope there. Okay, let's do one more example just so you can see how this works. Let me pull my dice back up. So you can see my dice here. I'm ready to roll again. So I roll again, just so I can use some different ordered pairs. I don't want to use a 1 again. I'm gonna roll one more time, and then give me a 5, which you've already used. So I'm gonna do it one more time. There we go. So 2 new ordered pairs. So for this one, just so I can show you as many different ordered pairs as possible, you would just use whatever you roll. I'm going to use, for dice number 1, it was a 2. So my ordered pair that I'm going to write down is, according to the handout, -6, -2. So I'll write that down, -6, -2. Oops. And that's my first ordered pair. My second ordered pair, what did I roll again? I rolled a 4. So a 4, according to my handout for dice number 2, is the ordered pair 0, 0. All right, so let's go ahead and show our work over here. This time I will write the 2 ordered pairs on top of each other and subtract. So it's kind of like combining the slope formula method and the table method. Because I'm just going to subtract straight down there. My change in y, over my change in x is equal to negative 2 minus 0 is still negative 2. And then negative 6 minus 0 is still negative 6. And we remember that a negative divided by a negative is a positive. This can also be simplified. Both 2 and 6 are even, so I divide both of those by 2, and I get 1/3. So my slope, my change in y over my change in x, is equal to 1/3. All right, and then you just keep going, right? So you'd roll again, see what you get the next time. This time it's 5 and 5. So I'd look on my handout and see what those ordered pairs are and record those, and then find the slope. Okay, make sure if you have any questions, you ask your teacher.